Hello, Lions. This is your Health Drug Project video helper for how to get your information and also your images for this project. So, you are going to access all this information from Canvas, but it's also going to be on the library website. So, this video is going to be here. Your Mac and Via group link is here. Your works cited page is here. Your Flipgrid is linked here. There's a video here to help you with your Flipgrid. So, all of that is going to be on Canvas. But I just wanted you to see too that it's also on the library website. And so if you click on the Health Drug Project from Miller, then you can click here and it's going to open up Mac and Via to your particular group. And so up here, these are the required pieces of information that you must get for this project. And then here I've put a list of all of the drugs so that you make sure and spell them right. If you spell them wrong when you're searching, your search results may show up as like 0 search results and you'll be like, there's nothing in here about it, but there is lots. So I want you to make sure, especially on any of these that are a little more challenging to spell, that you spell it correctly. So for the purposes of this demonstration, I'm going to pretend that my topic is caffeine, okay? So first I'm going to show you how to get your information, all right? So to get information, I would suggest that you start with Britannica School. And when you start with Britannica School, this is an online encyclopedia, so it's going to give you a little bit of information about a lot of different things. So most, if not all of your drugs should be in here. And so I'm going to click on the caffeine article here. And when I click on the caffeine article, you'll notice that one, I've got some reading level choices here. So if I want to change my reading level, I can click on these. Otherwise, I'm just going to leave it where it is. You'll notice there's some videos here and some images as well. Now you can use this information use some of this information for your project. If you use any of the information, make sure that you cite your sources. So make sure that it's MLA, and then you're going to copy and paste this information right here and put it on the works cited page that you can create, that you're going to create from here. And then it's also in your Mac and Via group. Sorry, it's not in here. I didn't put it in here because it's in your Canvas. Sorry. So you're going to want to create that works cited page and then copy and paste that. Now, let's say you wanted to use this image right here, okay? So if I click on this picture, you'll notice that I have the option now to cite this image. Any of the images that are in these resources in your Mac and Via group that are from what we call a database, then you're going to have to cite them because these images have been put in these databases for us to use for educational purposes, but we must cite them because they're copyrighted images and the copyright holder wants attribution or wants you to say, hey, this was my photo. So if I want to use this photo, I'm going to copy this information and that's how I can use this photo in my project, okay? So make sure that you cite any photos from these types of sources. All right, so we've looked at how to cite Britannica School. Let's come over here to what is happening. Let's come over here to, I don't know what's happening there. I'm just going to close that. Let's come over here to the health and wellness. So I'm going to click on this health and wellness database. And when I open this up, this resource, I'm going to put my, except for I copied my search term, my citation. Oops. I'm gonna search caffeine, and you'll notice that there is an overview about this. So if I wanted to read more about this in the overview, I can. You'll notice there's also lots of reference articles, some magazine articles, news articles, some videos, and some images. Remember, anything from here that I use, I need to make sure and cite it, okay? So for instance, I'm sorry, I keep yawning. If I come over here to images and I click on images, let's say I want to use this image right here. I would click on it, and then I would click on the site. Actually, the citation is right here. So I would just copy and paste this, and then I could download this or save this image to my Google Drive or whatever. And so that's how you can get images from here. And then if I were going to use any of the information, I'm just going to click on reference. And I'm going to click on this caffeine article right here, this first one. And if I wanted to use this information, I would just come up here to the Cite button and I would copy and paste this and put it in my Works Cited page. And so now I've got, now I can use any of the information from this particular source as well. All right, so we did Britannica School, we did Health and Wellness. I thought, oh, yep, there's the science one. I'm going to click on the science one right here. And I'm going to put my search term in here. And you'll notice once again, I've got various types of resources in here. So I can click on any of these and pull information from any of these as well as any of the images. So that is how you're going to get information. You've also got any of these things that you see with the little book icon. Those are ebooks that you can use for this project to get information as well. And so I'm going to click on this one right here. And when you open these books, these are not going to be like the databases where you just put in a search term and you search. What you're going to want to do is you're either going to want to look in the table of contents or the index to find your item. And so I am going to click on the I can put in my search term. And you'll notice that here, and now I'll be able to click on these pages and get information from these pages once I put in my term, and it helps me. So now I can, if I'm looking for information about caffeine and energy drinks, I can do that from this point right here. Again, I'm going to click on the Cite button up here, and I'm going to cite this resource for the purposes of my project. All right, so let's say you found a few pictures in some of these sources, but you need some more pictures. Okay, so there are some sites in here. Unsplash, Photos for Class, Pixabay. These are sites where you can get images that you can use for your project. And these images you don't have to cite. So these, the copyright holders have said, anybody can use these images. I don't need attribution. You don't need to cite it, etc., etc. And so you can just use them and you don't have to worry about a citation. So if I put in caffeine, you'll notice now I've got lots of pictures that I can choose from, and I can just download it and I don't have to worry about citing it. And so that is how you can use these three for any additional images that you need. Now, let's say you've searched everywhere. There's a certain type of image that you're looking for. What I've got in here for you is this image right here shows you the new way that you can search Google for Creative Commons licenses. So you would put in your search term, you would click on the Tools button right here, and then you're going to change it to Creative Commons licenses. And only those photos can you use, but you'll have to go a step further if you pull these images from Google. Then over here in Mac and Via, I have a whole video right here that shows you how to cite. If you need to pull an image from Google, how do you cite these Creative Commons license photos? So that video is in here too. But I highly, highly encourage you to use the pictures and images from in here, because we don't want to use images that are copyrighted and that we haven't been given the express permission to use with attribution like we have in our databases, or we've been given the express permission to use without attribution like in Unsplash, Photos for Class, and Pixabay. So just note that you need to find images that you can use from those sources. All right, and then if you have to, you can go to Google, and then I show you in that video how to cite it. All right, Lions, as always, if you have any problems or questions or anything along the way that you need help with regarding the sources and information, your Works Cited page, your images, any of that, feel free to email me, lambertin@friscoisd.org. I'm happy to help. If you're virtual academy or even face-to-face and you need help, I can always Zoom with you if you need any of that. So good luck with your project, Lions.